All right, so let's get back to this. I was in a bar one time, and I had a Beatles T-shirt on. He says, "What's that?" I said, "This is fucking Beatles, of course." He said, What are you wearing that for?" I said, "Well, I have a Beatles channel on YouTube." He said, "What's that?" So I gave him a card, and he said, "Oh, those guys, the Beatles there." And he says, Sgt. Pepper was the first concept album. And I said, "No, it wasn't. Frank Sinatra did concept albums in the 40s and 50s, way before Sgt. Pepper. Plus, Sgt. Pepper was not a concept album. There's very few connections between the songs to make it a concept album. And it was not even psychedelic." But he says, "But, why did they call it Sgt. Pepper?" I said, "Well," and this is a story the listeners will know, but this is a new take on it. Well, Paul and his assistant, Mal Evans, were flying from America to London, and Mal Evans said there were two little shakers. They had a meal, and there were two little shakers. One had an S on it, and one had a P on it. And Mal, not being the brightest guy, he goes, "What does that S and P stand for?" And Paul goes, "Salt and pepper." And then something clicked in Paul's head, and he thought, "Salt and pepper, Sgt. Pepper. This is the idea I've been looking for." And so Mal Evans, the guy, he says, "Well, pass the salt." And then Paul gave us up. And what I realized, that if Mal Evans had been on a low sodium diet at the time, that album never would have existed.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about you for a minute. All right, tell us a little bit about you.
Well,
okay, let's get back to the Beatles.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.